What's up? What it do, cyber world? It is your girl, the one and only Ash Said It. AshSaidIt.com, AshSaidIt.com, babies. Welcome back to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. You guys know we do it daily, baby. All day, every day. That's the only way. Yes. So, everybody's talking about Monique. Everybody got an opinion on Monique, the Monique situation, the 500,000. These are my little 2 cents on it. All right, this is my little 2 cents. All right. Monique is talented. She has a good body of work to her credit. And she's been awarded an Oscar, which is the highest achievement in the land. And as far as actors go in movies, that's one of the biggest achievements that you could ever get. And I'm proud of her for that. Appreciate her for that. Now, I don't know if The Working Precious was necessarily worthy of all of that, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna go through that too much with y'all, but this is my thing. I understand that there are gender bias. There are racial bias. And in this particular case, I do not believe that either applied to Monique's situation. Monique was offered over $500,000 to do a Netflix special. $500,000 is a lot of money. That's a lot of money. There's a lot of ways that you can do a lot of different things with that type of money. And I feel as though she should have taken it. Because taking it and proving to them, if they say, hey, we only think you're worth $500,000, that's what we're going to do. She should have taken it, promoted the heck up out of it, and come back with negotiations on the table. And say, hey, last time y'all gave me $500,000, look at the numbers that I pulled. Look at the people that I pulled. Look at the circulation that this show is in. I want X, Y, and Z this time. And we work our way back up, because let's just keep it 100. Let's just keep it 100. Let's not sugarcoat stuff and talk about people's resume and all that stuff. Resumes are good, but how relevant are you in 2018? That's the bigger question. How relevant are you in 2018? And right now in 2018, it's sad for me to say this, but Monique is not relevant. When you have a generation that look at artists like Missy Elliott and they think that this is a new artist, you got problems. The same way that Monique ain't been out, Missy wasn't out for a while. Missy had been taking a back seat. So it really kind of blew my mind that these kids at the Super Bowl thought that Missy was a new artist. I was like, oh my gosh, because the relevancy of it. Missy hadn't been out for a while. A lot of artists have come and gone. Great body of work. But she's not around. She's not visible. People don't see her. So naturally, it's either going to be, who the heck is this? And, oh, it's a new artist. She's kind of good. She's kind of nice. That was crazy as heck. So, likewise, with Monique, a lot of this generation, I grew up watching Monique. I grew up watching the Parkers. I grew up watching the movies, Fat Girls, things of that nature. But a lot of this generation here today, they need to be introduced to you. You're not just talking about the fans that have watched you throughout the years. You're talking about a whole nother demographic that is not familiar with you. And if they're not familiar with you, you got to get them familiar with you. And so for that reason, I feel as though she was not warranted. And honestly, $500,000 was really generous of them. That was really generous. Because I wouldn't have offered her that much, given today's standards. Now, if this time was during the time that she got the Oscar and things of that nature, then yeah, then you got some leverage to pull some stuff. You got leverage there and then. But You ain't been around for at least the last decade? Come on, mama. Let's keep it all the way 100. Let's keep it all the way 100 with it. You have not been doing stuff. People do not value as relevant. If she had been touring like Chris Rock and Chappelle and Amy Schumer, then selling out Madison Square Garden and all these big arenas, that would warrant somebody that should get more. That would warrant somebody that can demand more. They're in a position to demand that type of money. But be it that you haven't been around, baby girl, you're going to have to start from somewhere. $500,000? You know that deal's gone. She's not going to see that deal. Or any deal, really. Probably from Netflix. Because you kind of did like the nasty nice thing and side with me and forget them. They going to remember. They going to know. You kind of did that. And it was kind of like a bully tactic, really. And you like, oh, well, I'm going to air y'all out and this is what's going to happen. Netflix ain't hurting, baby. You the one that's hurting. Netflix is good. They good, son. But I really hope that Monique figures out a different industry. I think acting is done for her. I don't believe that her career can survive this. I really and truly don't. And I'm sorry to say that, but it's like when you burn like all the bridges. How do you burn all the bridges and you still expect to get across? You can swim your ass across. That'll do it, but it's gonna be more bridges to cross. And guess what? If you already burn all the bridges, it's gonna be the end of the game. Game over. Game over. So, like I said, I love Monique. I love her work. I grew up watching her works, and I love her as an artist, but I don't think that her career can survive. I don't think so. I think it's over. I think it's done deal. I think the best thing that she could do now is find another industry. She lost all that weight. She looks great for 50 years old. I think that maybe, I don't know, maybe she could start like fitness DVDs or something, teaching classes, teaching people how to take better care of themselves, something else. But I don't think that, unless she goes and funds her own stuff and makes her own projects, Hollywood is not gonna forgive her. I just don't feel it. I don't see that happening for her. I would want it for her, but again, you've burnt too many bridges. And anybody, I'm just saying, if I was an investor and seeing things unfold how you aired Netflix out like this, who's gonna want to deal with you? Because if you scoff at $500,000, ain't nobody gonna try to offer you nothing else. I don't see that happening, but much success to you, Monique. I really hope that things work out, but I think you're gonna have to find another industry, mama, because I don't think this is for you anymore. I really and truly don't. I don't believe it's gonna help you. And that's just my take on it. It is what it is. I'm not an expert in the least, but I know good work. I know quality work, and I know the efforts that it takes to create massive works. It takes a lot. It takes a whole lot. And then when people don't value what you're doing, it's what it is. Now, you could take that chance and be like, okay, well, they don't want to value me for this, or they don't want to take me on for that. That's okay. Go on to the next. Like, trying to strong arm them into giving you what you feel you deserve from them, that that ain't going to end up right. And that's what I think we're seeing now. And like I said, Netflix is not going to offer her anything else. Done deal. Done deal. So that's what I got to say about that. So I love y'all to pieces. Keep in mind, anyone that offers you $500,000, you take that money. That's $500,000. I wish somebody would offer me $500,000 for a project, a campaign, social media, something. You take that money, baby. You take that money.